just appear to be disjointed. Whether that means anything or not, we'll find out. But there's something about Port Adelaide, something I like about the way they run out on the ground.
Lobie there in the ruck, ready to go.
Justin Westhoff starting at centre back, and St Kilda are going to go with a 7-man forward line. They're not going to let Port have a loose player.
A welcome return, Justin Westhoff to the Port Adelaide side, along with Mitchell and Cahoon as well. Out wide, an opportunity for Stewart, involved early. Lobie went and got another one, so immediately into attack here. Boak involved, looking for Wines, missed him. Montagna, little highish, but a fumble and a fiddle. Out wide, and great mark there by Wingard, the man the boys were just speaking of.
He's a jet, BT.
He is, looking for the little one up the middle, the Butcher, who started the same way last week. 2 first-quarter goals against Hawthorn with great jukes out in front.
The kick from Wingard was just elite. Contested mark, and have a look at that ball, Rich, as a forward. You'd love every bit of it. And he has got brilliant hands, this man. Unfortunately, the kicking aspect of the game is a real worry, and you'll get a good look at it now.
He's a juker. How outstretched with those arms. Fantastic. Have a look at the action here. It's a little erect and stiff. Or perhaps one of each. An opportunity. Kicks the goal, as he did last week.
Yeah, he was very happy with it off the boot, big Johnny Butcher. And look, he knows that he needs to get the first goal for his confidence. It's a confidence thing, goal kicking. And as soon as it came off the boot, he was wrapped and got around his teammates. But the kick from Wingard, he draws players into the footy, as all the elite kicks do. They put the ball where they want you to end up, and he just continues his fine year, Chad Wingard. Being the once, they're just at them. They're hunting down the St Kilda players.
Need was in the subs vest last week, of course. Opportunity to run the game this week. Montagna run past it. Need again. Out in front, and here he is again. Butcher. Butcher again. And I say it as he did last week. I think he took the first 2 marks inside 50 for Port last week. And he's got an opportunity to convert one from directly in front.
They're great hands, Johnny Butcher's got. He always, at junior level, was able to mark the ball. And even that's a tricky one, sliding in at ground level, wobbly footy. But he's got a great ability to keep his eye on the footy when the ball's in the air. And a nice start, his first goal, see if he can kick 2 in a row.
Butcher. There it is. A really lively start for Port.
Well, we said before the first bounce about the energy around Port Adelaide, and it has translated into a 2-goal start. They look on, good body language, up and about. Johnny Butcher, a really talented player. Suddenly this list for Port Adelaide's got a bit more to like about it, hasn't it? There's a bit of talent everywhere. Perfect start for that man.
McAvoy at the back, an opportunity here for Colquhoun. There's forward the Saints, and Rewald able to mark on the line against Tringo.
Just did that really well, Nick. Now, play on here.
We'll do the professional roughhead Stevie J here. Face the middle of the ground, turn the ball around the corner, and that has become bread and butter for AFL players.
He'd be wanting to make a bit of amends too tonight.
Still got the beard as Westhoff. I know Das forced every player in the AFL to shave them off a few months ago.
We've certainly got a few. Got a few of the Melbourne players, I think, got inside their heads. I'm still not keen on Cade Simpson.
Poor kick, intercepted here by Pittard, and Pittard drills it home for Port's third.
Yeah, just a costly turnover. You don't mind them taking a risk coming through the middle of the ground, but you just must hit your targets there, or else it's a goal every time. And Pittard pounced on it and converted. Yeah, that just over the armature shed. Turnover on the 50-metre line, goal. But Scotty Waters, the runner, will go out and say, keep trying to bring it through the corridor. We don't mind that. Skill error, it's going to happen.
Up high was Hickey in the middle.
Hey, fend off, Port Adelaide.
So the fend off, this will be 50.
50 metres.
Yes.
Oh, that's
because
costly,
he said Port Adelaide as well.
Got him in the face of the forearm.
Well, I
that's
sort
the
of
initial
feel for
free kick.
young Josh Saunders a little bit, because you assume that your own teammate who had the footy is going to get the free kick, and a fend off, that probably happens 1 in 50. So he's backed it in, and that just kills you, doesn't it, when you're a coach? Scotty Waters, I can't believe it.
He tried to take it on and anticipate that his team had won the free kick. He just needed to turn around and make sure, just put his head back, and he didn't. He just put it down and charged towards goal. Kicked the goal in the end, but
Big penalty, isn't it, for
it's costly.
misunderstanding. Sure.
So as a result, Lobie gets a look from just 35 metres out directly in front. The 20. This for a 13-point lead here, midway through the first quarter. Lobie drills it. They've been very, very accurate in front of goal tonight.
Kicked it nicely, the big man. Both ruckmen on the board with a goal each. That one courtesy of a little present, a penalty, so he's equalled up with Ben McAvoy, who kicked a goal earlier.
Here's a fend-off free kick. Richo for Armitage. Push through. Just the replay didn't show a heap in it, did they? You can see why Saunders probably thought that was time to play on. That's a big...
It wasn't obvious now, and that's probably why.
Didn't show much at all, did it? Hickey again up high. Wingard. I don't know whether he knew Westhoff was there, but it went straight to him. A bounce. The spin out of the tackle. Back to Westhoff. Westhoff was very, very impressive from Gray and kicks the third in a row for Port Adelaide.
I'm going to give Chad Wingard the benefit of the doubt there. I think he's a good enough player, that man, right there on your screen, to have understood that the handball was on. It was brilliant hands, and it set up the opportunity for Westhoff. Just got some unbelievable talent. Chad Wingard having an enormous season.
Stanley again. Boak gathers just outside 50. Broadbent sends it to the top of the square. Schultz lining himself up here. He's a great aerialist, and he takes a very nice mark.
Yeah, you're spot on, BT. He is a great aerialist, Jay Schultz. When he arrived at Richmond as an 18-year-old, he was taking a hanger a week in the twos out at Coburg. Took plenty in the seniors as well for the Tigers, and now he's doing it at Port Adelaide. Always loves to jump in a pack situation.
From my memory, if he kicks this, it'll be 4 goals with Port's last 7 kicks, Richo. They will have kicked 4 goals from their last 7 kicks, if successful.
That's another world record tonight.
Schultz, 30 metres out, stabs. 4 goals from Port 7 kicks.
They are an impressive lineup, Port Adelaide. It's been one of the great turnarounds in 12 months. They are a completely different side of the team that we saw last year. Improved players on every line. Jay Schultz, big pack mark and a hanger. They've got a good energy about him as a side.
Robin plays on and kicks it out wide, looking for length, and Lobie is there.
I'm not sure Dylan Robertson's your designated kicker from full-back. I think he's got other skills, but that ain't one of them.
Wingard marks.
Ooh. And it's costly, because you turn it over from your kick in, there's generally going to be players out inside forward 50, especially a smart player like Wingard. He'll find space, and Ebert hits him, and he doesn't miss. He's a beautiful shot at goal, Wingard.
They are kicking well.
13-5 from set shots, so he's pretty reliable.
In comes the young gun, Wingard, and he just strokes that magnificently. That's their 7th goal of the quarter, Port.
Yeah, it wasn't a very good kick in at all from Robertson. And big Lobie took the mark, got it quickly off to a kicker who finds Wingard, who's, as we said, a beautiful set shot at goal. And they're off to an absolute flyer.
To the 32-point lead that Port have here at the moment. Kicked the first two, Port. Butcher was on fire. Then St Kilda levelled it up with the next two. And the last 5 have belonged to this really improving Port Adelaide. Quarter time scores here. Port Adelaide 7-4-46. St Kilda 2-2-14. Here's one of them, Pittard. Sends it forward bound, got interrupted in his run there, Butcher, but over the back, it has landed in the waiting arms of Monfries. Now he's looking to pass off here. This kick suits him because he's a right to left, even though this is the left to right slider pocket. He is a right to left worker of the footy.
He's been a great find for Port Adelaide. 24 goals, this will be his 25th for the year if he can put it through. And they've got a dangerous forward line now, multiple options.
Really added something, and there it is. That little right to left there. And Monfries gets another.
Gee, slipped over as he kicked that one, BT, but he got the job done. It's normally a pretty good shot on goal. 25 goals for the year, and all of a sudden you've got Schultz down there, Butcher tonight, looking dangerous. Got some options, obviously. Wingard has also kicked over 20 goals for the year.
Enjoying some moderate success at Port Adelaide. High footy. No player competed for Port. Gray out the back door can go. Farron Ray between he and the goal made him kick it, Ray.
It's just amazing to me watching the transformation of a group of players before your eyes. Guys that maybe didn't have confidence 12 months ago, were a bit inconsistent. Every time I look up, you see Hamish Hartlett, who I reckon is a really gun young player. Wingard to burst onto the scene as a potential All-Australian. They've got Butcher now, he can take a mark. Jay Schultz is reinvented. Loeby's a talented young ruckman. It's a side that's got a lot of excitement about it.
Stewart to Wingard. Wingard within range from 50 here. So he'll kick from just outside the red line that represents 50. Wingard. He just flexes the hamstrings. Not a bead of sweat on Wingard at the moment as he gets some momentum, some leverage, and that's a good hoik of the ball. Boy, oh boy. Wingard with his second.
What about that for a kicker, Richard? It's just so talented, and to swing out and understand that you needed to do that to get the distance, but then to hit it that well is just so good.
Well, he just seems to have everything, Das. He can mark the footy. He's got great skills. He uses it well. He's a great decision maker. He's looking like a pretty complete player at the moment.
Slow down mode here at the moment to regain the ascendancy because St Kilda have been better over the last couple of minutes. Tell you what, there's some Port players open here at the moment as O'Shea gets the footy. Could have gone wide.
I know we're seeing Kenny Hinckley's praises, but they have got a great understanding of this group, and they're so well coached.
Stewart down to Monfries. And Monfries marks. It was open down the corridor all the way there. And Monfries will line up.
They just shifted to play with the switch across their defensive 50. It moved everyone across. They just worked harder to the other side of the ground. And then they come back through the middle.
Tougher kick here for Monfries because he is a right to left worker now. What's happened here? Umpires stopped the run, so he must get extra time. And he's passed off to Robbie Gray.
He's got 1 metre.
This man's returning from a horrific knee injury. It was the whole lot, and his return's been great. It looks like he's got his lateral movement. And
it's a massive hyperextension last year. It was really ordinary to watch.
That mouth guard, he doesn't know whether it's in or out. It's popping in and out as Gray comes in from 35 metres out, and he felt comfortable, and they've got another one.
He's got talent all over the ground. Port Adelaide, we always knew Robbie Gray was a good player. And starting to really gain some confidence back now after having that knee reconstruction. Did it early last year in round 4, and to come back this year and be able to play 12 games, up to 10 goals now, and you can just see he's really building week to week.
Same again, boys. Keep jumping.
Have a look at the mouth guard here from Robbie Gray. It's in, it's out. It's in, out, out, in. And then the kick as well. Robbie Gray has done very well last night. Let's get down to Doc Larkins. Doc Larkins, been a great return for Robbie.
Geez, he's presented it at footy well, though. Monfries
And
always
there's
has.
Lobie. Beautifully done. He's a very talented, clean player, Monfries.
He is. Unselfish, too. He's always looking to give it off. Here's the wrestle there. Nick Grewalt started the little...
It was okay, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Not a lot in it.
15 guard.
But I even like this about Port Adelaide. They've got a bit of aggression about them as well, Bristol. They're prepared to stand up for their mates and get in your face.
Grewalt had to get a new jumper after that. As Lobie comes in, sprays it across the face. Hasn't quite got the journey. Schultz keeping it alive. Dangerously, Robbie Gray kept it alive. Got it to Wingar. That would have been something out of nothing there. They live to fight another day. The Saints cracking in. And that'll be a free to Wines, I think.
Gee, that's... Scotty Wattis will be pretty disappointed with that. You have to get that through for a behind. It was a 2-on-1 on Schultz on the goal line. Have to force that through.
Going to Hartlett, is it? It is. So Hamish Hartlett will accept the free.
And he's a good kick of the footy. This man, Hamish Hartlett. Robbie Gray got up a little bit sore from that contest before, but no issue here for this man distance-wise.
For a whopping 51-point lead with lots of time till the half-time break. Hartlett works it right to left and misses.
Just got the ability to put more on.
And it's supporting his theory there. In the last 10 years, the lowest St Kilda has finished is 9th, so they've given great value, but that means they haven't had the high draft picks.
What does Milne do? Here, no one forward of him. Now he goes, he waits, they arrive, zigzag, and in the end, he got closed down. O'Shea. Jack Stephen was there. The tackle over the top of Ebert. Milne keeps it alive. Fumble there from Stephen. Little handball out the side here to Ebert. He's gone, he's caught, but I don't think he had prior opportunity. Lets it go. Quickly out of the pack was Jonas again. Needs out there, so the sub of last week, Needy, getting involved. Robertson back to Webster. Now Montagna gets a clean and clear look. He centres. High ball in. Lobie flew. Off hands. A chance the Saints here. Rewalt to Armitage. Armitage little kick around the corner. And now Dalsano. The give to Dennis Lane. Long handball from Dennis Lane. Will bounce through for a behind, of course. The man that Richo took 3 years to realise his surname was Dennis Lane, rather than just Lane.
I did. I thought his name was Dennis Lane.
Well, the half-time siren has come. Port Adelaide.
Yeah, obviously they got a fair run at the start, so we just focused on trying to settle them down.
You copped the big one from Tommy Jonas. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I don't think Dylan's head's right at the moment, so I might just let him go. So thanks, mate.
Well done to Lingy, who picked that in a second, and he just said, I'm not sure where I am. So clearly some concussion. That's amazing, isn't it, that you have a chat like that. So well done, Lingy. You're all over it.
Lee flew. Most of them, Richo. We like to have the odd...
the odd one.
You know, live sort of action one. Down the line here. Taken a gain with ease as Ebert sends it forward bound. Schultz there on a one-out battle off the hands. Gray, he could have gone the other way where there was no one, but he came back to traffic.
Yeah, I think he thought he was under the pump a little bit more than he was then, Robbie. It's easy to keep your head down over there. A lot of players want to look up and look for the result, BT, don't they?
Classic action. Well spotted, Richo. Armitage. And got him a little high, Hartlett. The first one, the umpire said. And the overlap run out wide from Jimmy Webster is good to Rewalt. And he got a bit of a help into the perimeter piping there. There's Wayne Lumpy down there. One of Australia's best photographers, and Kenny Hinkley not happy with that 50. And this will bring Rewalt within about 10 metres.
Yeah, I'm happy with this. Shouldn't seem a heap of force in it, but
do you reckon? 50 metres for that. It was only the fact that...
You know why? It was because it was near the fence. That was the only reason.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was about to say, is that I've got a real concern with players pushing people into the fence.
But would that have been 50 in the middle of the ground? And if the answer's no, then it shouldn't have been 50 then, because you've got to be consistent with applying the rule.
It's a fair point you make, Russell.
You're right, Brian.
Oh, well,
Occasionally make a good one.
occasionally. Now, here's Rewalt, the professional, turns to the middle, and they are just so good at that. Well done, Nick Rewalt. This is the ISO shot of him doing that work, Richo.
And the reason he's been such a good forward is he's always on his toes. He's always moving. He doesn't allow the defender to ever get comfortable. I hate forwards to just stand still and let the defender just put an arm across. You've got to keep on the move.
If he kicks this, St Kilda will have kicked 5 of the last 6 goals. Didn't quite score, but the mark taken by big boy McAvoy. 10 metres out. This is a comeback by the Saints.
Sure is. And the big boy's going to go around the body.
Oh, boy.
I'm not sure that's part of your repertoire, big boy. I'd go back with a drop punt.
Have a look at this. He's saying, how did Nick do it? How did he do it? One step around the body. Don't doubt. Big boy McAvoy.
Richo and I, well past you, Bristol.
They're not sure where they are, these guys these days. They're trying to set their own out of the middle. Look at this. Saunders again to run on here is really effective. Little one from Noons almost stubbed his toe. Big boy turning around these days and going on the non-preferred.
Oh, well done.
Crunching blow. In the end, St Kilda player, can't quite see who it is down behind the play. In the meantime, Lobe with a sucker handball over the top. Here's Wines, been reasonably quiet tonight. Back to his feet. Little ball out in front of Gray. Can Gray do his man? It's Gray and Webster. Webster and Gray tries to turn him inside out. Jimmy said no, 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 and then got him too low. Play on. Port Adelaide goal. And it's my boy Mitchell.
Yeah, this St Kilda player down behind play was really courageous back with the flight, young Saunders. Created a contest. He's up now, that's good. And from that contest that he created, it slingshot down the other end of the ground. And Mitchell got on the end of it. BT's man, 4 touches in a matter of 5 minutes since he's come onto the ground and kicked a goal.
Just a bone-jarring collision here there on Josh Saunders, and it was Tommy Jonas again. He goes hard at the football. He was the one who laid the bump on Dylan Robertson just before half-time. He's a human wrecking ball, Tommy Jonas.
Gee, Lingy going for the crunch up there when my boy Mitchell got the goal again. Come on, Lingy, look at the goals. Armitage got the give and go, and then the threading pass to Rewalt. Magnificent foot skills, Armitage.
Like the change had been made there, it was Alapati Carlisle who was pushing up on Nick Rewalt defence there. There he is, big Alapati. I think Jackson Trengrove's got gas coming out of his ears.
Jared Ruffhead held one longer than that today and wasn't paid. In fact, it hasn't been paid. Jack Stephen takes it away from the stoppage and kicks the goal anyway.
He decided
through his brain.
He decided to handball it, big boy.
Oh, look at the Saints. Hayes, Del Sando, hand, Candy, did it well. Armitage back to Hayes. The cool Lenny Hayes, top of the square. Hickey's there. They're all there. Off hands, West off. Dennis Lane went in carefully. Wines, little handball out to Monfries.
Got nothing to go to, though, Port Adelaide. The Saints' press is outstanding at the moment.
Oh, it's in full bore. Here's Stevie Milne from 30 out. Milne rips it home. McAvoy. Like a massive, massive Clydesdale workhorse.
Yeah. Well done, Del Sando, at that stoppage. He went back, plonked himself in the hole. A clean stoppage by Port Adelaide. They get it in. He wins it back.
Siren sounds. Stand up, St Kilda fans, and applaud your team, because they have come from 39 down at half-time and now trail by just 13. Stay with us. Great quarter on the other side of the break to come.
All the attacking. You just need a bit of reward here, St Kilda.
Pengove to Hartlett. Hartlett, damaging kick to Westhoff. He's got to beat McAvoy. He reckons he's got him covered. He runs to the open goal. Very impressive from Port Adelaide.
That was a sensational play by Port.
Great, wasn't it?
They kicked it in to the pocket to Jonas. He came inboard, and it was the quick release handball that set them in motion. Jackson Trengove got the handball off, and they were out then because Westhoff had a mismatch of pace on McAvoy straight down the middle of the ground.
Great kick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Out of circle, boys.
Have a look at the Hamish Hartlett kick here to open them up in the middle. Gets the handball here, and he just belts this as long as he can, knowing that Westhoff will outpace McAvoy. Did it brilliantly.
Yeah, you can see all the behinds the Saints have kicked, and then Port making them pay with a quick goal straight up the middle.
Good mark from Dennis Lane.
Stay out. You.
Looks to go to Stanley, who had his man beaten, but the ball was just kicked a little behind him. An opportunity here now for the first gamer in Curran.
It's twice this quarter Stanley has got himself into a position to get two hands on the footy, and he just hasn't been able to hold the mark. He's disappointed there. He knows he's done the right thing, got into the right position. Just need to get the vice grip on those.
Jack Stephen around the corner, kicks the goal for St Kilda. Port, of course, even Collingwood have some effect. Opportunity here now for Port to go with the goal. And Butcher gets his third.
Gee, he just floated in the corridor there, Das. Butcher, and got on the back of a loose ball.
Looked a better kick on the run there, Big Johnny Butcher. We didn't have to think about what was happening, and yeah, they needed that one. Started the game on fire, Big Johnny Butcher. Took a couple of big marks, took a couple of goals. And his third goal was very, very much enjoyed by Ken Hinckley and the coaching staff.
One in the circle.
This Johnny Butcher doesn't have to think about it as much on the run. You love them. He loved it.
Saints inside 50 in this quarter, 7 times for 1 goal. Port Adelaide inside 50 3 times for 2 goals. Efficiency. Boak caused the spill here out of his hands. It comes to Stephen. Couple of bounces. This would be a mighty goal from Jack Stephen. Has it got the length? Yes, it has. He kicks his 3rd goal. Back to 10 points.
A really heavy head knock, but Armitage has been a very important player.
How's their leaders in this second half?
Rewalt going wide towards Lee. He's got it, but he's going to have to thread the needle here.
Let's watch that kicking action again. BT, this will test it.
Yep. And to kick this, it's real tough. A bit of a right to left work on it. Can you get it back to come the other way? But he's clearing all those on the perimeter piping.
He's jammed for space here, BT. I reckon if he had his ideal run up, he'd probably give himself 3 or 4 more steps.
And that's where the umpire should let him go around a little more. Lee comes in, not off his normal run up. It's a great kick. Look at it, he's got it. Lee's got it. Back within 3 points here, the Saints. Remarkable goal.
What is that? You can't...
Montagna, St Kilda, doing all the pressing in this game at the moment. Off hands, the first gamer for his first goal. He's got it. Boy, he's kicked the goal here, Curran. First of his career, and what a time. Has he put St Kilda in front?
Score review. Umpire's call is a goal or clear. We'd just like to check if it's hit the post.
I think it's probably a goal, but Curran's kicked his first, and it's gone to the score review to put St Kilda in front.
Well, let's have a look at this one.
Well, that doesn't tell us anything.
So that's inconclusive. Remember, the umpire's call is a goal.
This is like the Ashes.
Oh, this is better than the Ashes, Richo.
Gee, you can't conclusively say it may have touched it.
And remember, those in the box are seeing the same replays that we're seeing. So you can't tell from that.
It's got to be
a goal. St Kilda are going to lead this by 3 points.
He was in great position, the goal umpire.
Review complete. Umpire's call.
Okay. umpire's calls a goal. That's all clear.
St Kilda are in front. The way this game's been played, we've already had, 6 goals kicked in the 20 minutes of play so far. Here he is, Mitchell, the reigning Sandover medalist. Gave it off to Westhoff, squeezed the trigger in the middle. Beautiful little handball from Wines. The run here impressive. An opportunity.
Oh, Stanley's chase.
Gee, almost got him, tagged him. And Pittard, I think it was. A little trip. And 50, because he didn't hand the ball back directly. So this will be a certain Port Adelaide goal now. Have a look at the run by Pittard here. Stanley, does he tag him down low? Just got his heel. And then the ball was not given back in a direct fashion. And the fans have gone bananas as Pittard comes in and puts Port back in front.
How was the slingshot run from the back half from Port Adelaide? Mitchell won the footy, took the game on, and then they got out the series of handballs. It's like a wave coming down the ground, and then this run here. But G. Reece Stanley, that was some sort of chase, just tagged him. Then a disappointing 50 at the end of it all.
You have to love the way that Pittard there it was from Dalsano. Just wasn't smart, really.
Kicks paid in this game. Dalsano lovely to Rewalt. Too far out for Rewalt here.
I don't know if you want Dalsano being able to just hit blokes like that.
Every player except 3 for St Kilda inside 50. High ball. Here Westhoff.
Oh, what a massive mark that was.
And the cramp.
Yeah, that's brilliant, isn't it? They're the sort of marks that win you games of footy.
That's Leo Barry style.
It is.
Oh, that's huge.
And well done to Westhoff putting himself there in the first place.
Left,
Every
right,
contest,
centre.
yes.
Here's Ray. Listen to the fans. There's only 14,000 of them.
Oh,
Sounds like it's full, and Westhoff's done it again.
Yeah, he's freed himself up. 2 big match-saving grabs.
Got to man up and turn this one over here. St Kilda.
From Wingard, it's a high ball. 17 seconds and ticking. Gray will run it over the line. And a boundary throw in. There is time. 12 seconds, 1 kick and a mark for St Kilda, and they're within range.
Yeah, it needed real clean clearance here, the Saints.
Port Adelaide by 5 points. Wonderful game. I think they're going to win now, Port Adelaide. A cracking first quarter has set it up, and Port Adelaide are going to record a victory here and cement a place in 8th position, and Carlton will fall out of the 8 after their impressive win last night. Port Adelaide have won by 5 points.